Have you ever saved money so carefully that you started skipping meals, skipping small joys, and effectively skipping life itself? You tell yourself it is for the future. Yet despite all that sacrifice, you still feel a heavy weight in your chest. You feel that just one bad day, one emergency, or one mistake could wash everything away. We have all been taught that hoarding money makes us safe. But there is a counterintuitive truth waiting for you today. Never just save money. Now, this does not mean you should waste it or live carelessly. It means that money is meant to be a tool, not a statue. When you hide resources away out of fear, you are trapping yourself in what psychologists call static safety. You are literally trading your cognitive bandwidth for a false sense of security. If you feel your savings envelope getting thicker, but your actual joy for life getting thinner, and you are ready to smash that scarcity mindset right now, I want you to comment the word "ready" down below. Make that commitment to yourself before we even start. To understand how to escape this trap, we need to visit a small town plagued by constant blackouts and meet a hardworking man named Arthur. Arthur was honest, strong, and disciplined, but he was suffering from the hoarding model. He believed that if he just suffered enough today, he would finally be safe tomorrow. But as you are about to see, his story proves that sometimes the tightest grip causes us to lose the most. Let us look at how moving from static safety to dynamic flow can change your life starting right now. Arthur lived in a town where the power grid was as unreliable as the weather. One evening, while Arthur was eating a meager dinner with his wife and their son Leo, the lights suddenly died. The room went pitch black. Leo looked up from his schoolwork by the weak light of a dying candle and asked, "How can I study like this?" That question broke Arthur's heart. He decided right then that he needed a massive generator. He believed a generator was the only way to build a fortress against the world. So he took an old envelope, wrote the word generator on it, and hid it in his drawer. This brings us to the first trap, the hoarding model. To feed that envelope, Arthur started starving his life. He stopped drinking his favorite hot tea. He stopped buying fresh fruit. Worst of all, he stopped replacing his work boots, even though the soles were thin and his feet ached every single night. Arthur was hardworking, but he was practicing deferred maintenance on himself. He was trading his physical health for paper in a drawer. At first, the envelope felt heavy, and that gave him a dopamine hit of safety. But life did not stop. Leo got sick, and the doctor needed cash. The rent went up. Arthur had to reach into that envelope, and every dollar he pulled out felt like a failure. He felt angry and violated because he was trying to build a static wall against a dynamic world. You see, Arthur is a lot like us. He is sacrificing his present strength for a future that keeps moving away. If you want to send some strength to Arthur right now and remind yourself to stop neglecting your own well-being, go ahead and drop a heart icon in the comments. Do not let yourself burn out before you reach the finish line. The turning point came on another dark night. Arthur stepped outside to escape the tension in his home and saw a light across the street. It was the home of Mrs. Carter, an elderly neighbor. Her house was not dark. It was bright and calm. Arthur walked over and asked how she could afford a generator. She smiled and showed him something much smaller. A simple, rechargeable lantern. She explained that she charges it when the power is on, and when the power dies, she rents the light to others or uses it to keep her small snack shop running. Mrs. Carter taught Arthur the lesson of dynamic safety. She told him that money hidden in a drawer stays silent, but money used wisely can speak and return. Arthur realized he had been suffering from cognitive bandwidth depletion. His brain was so focused on hoarding that he missed the opportunity to create flow. If you are ready to stop hoarding and start creating flow, I want you to comment the word "flow" down below right now. Let us shift from defense to offense. Arthur went home and looked at his empty envelope. He made a terrifying choice. He took the last of his savings, and he did not put it back in the drawer. He went out and bought 2 rechargeable lanterns and a portable battery. Spending that money felt like jumping off a cliff because his brain was screaming that he was losing his safety. But he followed what we call the lantern protocol. Step 1 is invest in utility. Arthur did not buy a toy. He bought a tool that solved an immediate problem. Step 2, is build the system. Arthur made a deal with the local barber whose shop had better wiring. He agreed to clean the shop at night if the barber let him charge his lanterns during the day. He used social capital to build infrastructure he could not afford. Step 3 is create value. The next night, when the power died, Arthur did not sit in the dark. He walked door to door offering light and phone charging for a small fee. Neighbors who were tired of the silence and darkness happily paid him. That night, Arthur came home with money in his pocket. But it felt different than the money in the envelope. The money in the envelope was born from fear and deprivation. This new money was born from service and purpose. It was not something he had to protect. It was something he had created. But this was not a fairy tale where nothing ever went wrong again. One stormy evening, a sudden power surge damaged one of Arthur's lanterns. The old Arthur would have spiraled into panic. He would have seen this as proof that the universe was against him and that he should have kept his money safely hidden in the drawer. But the new Arthur did not freeze. He used his earnings to repair the lantern, and he set better rules for handling his equipment. This is the difference between being fragile and being resilient. A pile of money in a drawer cannot teach you how to fix things. Only action can. Months later, Arthur took the ultimate step. He saved enough profits to buy a small solar panel. It was modest and imperfect, but when the sunlight touched it, Arthur felt a calm he had not known for years. He was no longer dependent on the grid or even the barber shop. He was harvesting his own energy. That night, when the town went dark again, his house stayed bright, steady, and warm. Leo looked at his father and asked, "Are we finally safe?" Arthur answered gently that safety is not about hiding anymore. It is about building something that can stand again tomorrow. He took the old envelope with the word generator written on it. He flattened it out and placed it inside his business notebook. He kept it as a souvenir. A reminder of the man who used to hide from life versus the man who now engages with it. So what does this mean for you? You might not be a security guard living in a blackout, but we all have an envelope. Maybe you are hoarding your ideas because you are afraid someone will critique them. Maybe you are hoarding your time staying in a dead-end job because it feels safe while your skills slowly shrink. Remember the lesson of the lantern. Resources that are hidden stay silent, but resources that are used speak and return. Life does not wait for perfect plans. It grows through small, brave steps taken even when the darkness is close. So here is my final challenge to you. Do not just watch this video and go back to your old routine. I want you to go to the comments section right now and answer one question. What is one small, brave step you will take today to invest in yourself? Will you buy a book to learn a new skill? Will you finally sign up for that class? Or will you simply invite a friend out to build a connection? Write it down. Make it real. Because safety is not what you have locked in the drawer. It is what you can build when the lights go out. Thank you for watching and welcome to the flow.